Delhivery is India's biggest logistics company. It ships more packages than almost anyone else in the country, and its profit just crashed 64% in a single quarter. Meanwhile, a smaller rival that only went public in January, Shadowfax, just posted its highest profit ever, up eightfold. Same industry, same quarter, same India, opposite outcomes. Today, we are going to use these two companies to understand something much bigger. What's actually happening inside India's rupees 9 lakh crore logistics industry right now, and why being the biggest player in the room isn't the advantage it used to be. Let's set the scale first. India's logistics sector was valued at roughly rupees 9 trillion in FY23 and is projected to grow rupees 13.4 trillion by FY28, a compound annual growth rate of 8 to 9%. That's every truck, warehouse, courier and delivery rider in the country combined. And here's a number that matters more than it sounds like it should. Logistic cost in India, meaning how much it costs as a share of the whole economy just to move goods from point A to point B, have fallen from around 13 to 14% of GDP a decade ago to somewhere between 8% and 10.7% today, depending on which government or industry. That drop alone is estimated to be saving the Indian economy over $120 billion a year. Why does that matter for this story? Because shrinking cost base means margins across the entire industry are getting squeezed, and that squeeze is exactly what's now showing up in Delhivery's and Shadowfax quarterly results. Delhivery's quarter ending June 2026 revenue grew 27.8% year-on-year to Rs 2931 crore. Express parcel shipments, the actual packages moving through their network, jumped 55%. By almost every growth measure, business is booming. But net profit fell 65% from Rs 91 crore a year earlier to just Rs 32 crore. So what at the profit? Three things. According to the company's own filings, first, the integration of Ecom Express, a rival delivery acquired for about Rs 1,370 crore, which became a wholly owned subsidiary in December 2025. That acquired business alone dragged down consolidated profit by roughly Rs 46 crore because Ecom Express itself was still operating at a loss when it was folded in. Second, rising freight costs, mainly diesel price hikes, added over 200 basis points of margin pressure. Third, overall operating margins compressed by 341 basis points to 8.74% as total expenses grew 29.4%, actually outpacing revenue growth of 27.8%. A quick explainer, because basis points and margin compression can sound more complicated than they are. Imagine you run a food stall. Last year, for every Rs 100 you took in, you kept Rs 9 as a profit. After cost this year, you are taking in more money overall. But rent, ingredients, and staff wages went up faster than your sales did. So even though you sold more food, you are only keeping Rs 5 to 6 out of every Rs 100 now. That's margin compression. It's not that the business is smaller, it's that the profit per rupee is thinner. On top of the financial pressure, Delhivery's chief operating officer in the role for over a decade resigned around the same time. These results came out, adding a leadership uncertainty layer to an already rough quarter. Now, the comparison. Shadowfax, which listed on the stock market in January 2026, just posted its best quarter ever. Revenue up 65% year-on-year to Rs 1358 crore and net profit up nearly eightfold from Rs 8 crore to Rs 65 crore. Its EBITDA margin actually expanded from 3.1% to 6.8%. Its express parcel and hyperlocal volumes combined hit close to 25 crore orders for the quarter, up 83% year-on-year. The company estimates it now holds 28 to 30% share of India's third-party express logistics market, smaller than Delhivery in absolute terms, but growing meaningfully faster on almost every metric that matters. What's Shadowfax doing differently? A few things worth noting simply. It runs an asset-light model, meaning it does not own most of its trucks and delivery infrastructure outright. It coordinates a large network of over 2.9 lakh delivery partners instead. That keeps fixed costs lower and makes it easier to scale up or down with demand. It's also leaning hard into quick commerce and hyperlocal delivery, the 10 to 30 minute delivery category that exploded in Indian cities, and into a heavier shipment category called prime large, for items over 15 kg like appliances, which management says carries better per shipment margins. Importantly, Shadowfax isn't free of its own bumps. Management admitted damage and loss rates were higher than expected during the early rollout of heavy shipment category. This isn't a flawless underdog story. It's a smaller company currently executing better in this specific window on cost discipline. Here's the part that matters beyond these two companies. Delhivery's own leadership pointed to a combination of pressures hitting simultaneously: labor costs rising under India's new labor codes, climate-related disruptions affecting delivery routes and timelines, geopolitical shocks affecting fuel and input costs, and shifting regulations all landing into the same window. This is the reality of running physical infrastructure at national scale in 2026. It's not one bad decision that hurts you. It's several unrelated pressures compounding at once: a diesel price spike here, a new labor law there, a monsoon disruption on top of that. And this is genuinely industry-wide. India still moves 60 to 65% of all freight by road, compared to just 27 to 28% by rail and under 2% by waterways. Even though road freight costs roughly rupees 2.5 to 3 per ton per kilometer against rupees 1.5 to 1.8 for rail and barely rupees 1 or 1.2 for waterways. Indian trucks also average only 250 to 300 km a day compared to 700 to 800 km for an American truck and 500 plus for a Chinese one, largely due to empty return trips and border checkpoint delays. That inefficiency is a cost every single logistics company in a country is quietly absorbing, whether they are the size of Delhivery or the size of Shadowfax. Hope this story adds value to your journey as much as researching it did to mine. If it did, hit the like and let YouTube professor know. Don't forget to subscribe to stay ahead of the curve. Thanks for your time today. I will see you in the next video.